Almost organized. Hi. There we go. Hi there. Made it. We're here. Microphone's here. I'm on a different seat. One that doesn't have a back, so I don't mush the feather. Or feathers, because there's rather a few of them, you see. On my hat. A lot of feathers. The feathers indicate I'm a performer. Or just some wingnut, which is also viable. Oh, welcome to Wednesday. We have a Wednesday show. Here we are. Woot! Indeed, woot. Alright, so I've gotten this far without remembering what I'm going to play. Oh, I know what I'm going to play. I just have to bring up the note. I'm going to actually do a new song, a song that I have never done for anybody on this show, and it'll be in a couple of songs here. But I'm going to start with something that is familiar, so I can remind myself that I actually know how to do this. Because I don't always know what these strings are for. I don't know what these strings are for. I don't know what these strings are for. If I came to play, I think it works this way, but I do not know what these strings are for. That's not the song I'm going to do. That's something else entirely. Oh, yes, he's going to be goofy all blessed day. Because of course he is. Oh, I didn't even have it on there. I don't have it on there. Well, I guess I'll just have to try to do it by memory. Fortunately, it's a song I like a lot. And it's a song that I've done a lot. So, well, you know, there's only so much stalling a man can do before he actually has to perform. You never try to keep the wild ones home, but mister, don't just sit there and wait. Go out on the town, making all of the rounds. It won't matter if you're rest. If not, feel free to laugh. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. I seen your fat cat style, 300 pounds, a jive-ass smile. Young girls giggling all the while, that's not my cup of chowder. I go for candlelight, cold champagne nearly every night. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. Honey, why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Yeah, I know, it's getting late. Waiter keeps staring at your empty plate. Mater D keeps telling me, sir, she's just not coming. Well, what the hell does Garcon know? We've been through all this before. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. Honey, why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. One more time, well now. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. Whoa, well now. Honeydew, honey, come and do me again. Whew, Honeydew, a little rocky like the shores of South Carolina, parts of Texas, done them almost entirely of the San Francisco Bay Area coast. But we made it. We are here once again, folks. How are you? I'm Matthew, your friend Tobias the Troubadork, whatever you want to call him. Matthew, Tobias the Adequate, Stop Thief. I'll answer to anything, you know that. And here we are once again in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas, doing a little music and a little goofiness to kind of get us through the rest of the day. Not a bad day, all told. Had somebody come and measure some windows to put some sunscreens on them. You know, really thick, that really funkily woven mesh that keeps the sun, which is, of course, Texas's very own spotlight. What are you doing down there? From blowing us all away and blinding people. So in a couple of weeks, we'll have some of those. In a couple of weeks, we may even have this show happening in a slightly different location than it currently is. Because we got some furniture coming in. We've been very carefully bits and piecing ourselves through the pandemic here Thanks to the fact that we're not dining out on a regular basis, we are actually saving a startling amount of money, which is a statement that could go in all kinds of directions. Let's just say that I'm losing weight and we're eating at home and we're eating healthily, and I just wish it didn't take a pandemic to get me to this point. Having said all of that, I will say this. We are still waiting to find out whether or not Steampunk November is officially going to happen or not. Hoping it is. This is actually a song. The next song is a song I wrote specifically for Steampunk November, so why not? Every song that's in here, with the exception of Honeydew, is actually a song that I wrote about an event that I did and some of the things that happened in it. So let's segue gracefully. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? The other problem I was having is I was playing it up here, and I need to play it down here. The key here is to rest the ukulele on the swell of the abdomen. See, that's nature's guitar rest right there. Yes, I did that specifically. Get that look on your face when you see this. Well, I got me an ornithopter, baby, but it's missing a few gears. I said I got me an ornithopter, mama, but it's missing a few gears. I've been looking for parts for it, but it just might take a couple years. I got me an army silver session, but the rigging's kinda torn. I said I got me an army silver session, mama, but the rigging's kinda torn. I've been looking for parts for it, but it was manufactured years before I was born. I got them low budget, underfunded steampunk blues. I have an army of fanatical minions, mama, but I can't afford the union dues. It's hard to take off the world, baby, when you can barely afford your own shoes. Bridge. Wow, out of practice. I got them low budget, underfunded steampunk blues. It's hard to conquer the universe, baby, when you can barely afford to read the news. I'd have an army of giant mechanical crabs, but I can't afford the license fee of the external combustion orchestra. How many words can you sandwich into the very last part of the song just to make sure that you get the words all in there, because the scansion is weird. Hi guys, hello. Clearly this is all like a practice run show. Although I'm hoping it won't be a practice run show for the next song that I'm going to do, because the next song I'm going to do is a brand new one. You guys have never heard it. I have never performed it in front of anybody. I've done a little bit of it in front of Amy. But at this point, mostly she listens for keywords. So, you know. Seltzer. Today's seltzer is unsweetened lime. Yeah, a whole 12-pack of this stuff for like $2. So I can tell you're an adult. You learn to appreciate a good seltzer. This song was written as a result of Texas Furry Fiesta, which is the last convention I attended and performed at in late February and the first part of March of this year. And I ran into a friend of mine, somebody who I have known and been an acquaintance of for over a decade, Alexander James Adams. Alexander James is a musician, the heir to the Heatherlands, and there's a story behind that. And if you go to his website, you'll see part of that story. And And I ran into him because I was doing my Goofy Little Magic show at an event called Fair in the Grove in Forest Grove, Oregon, years ago, back when I lived in Oregon, which is now well over 15 years ago. I think I actually did the gig like 12 or 13 years back. I did it because it was literally, I could have walked to the event from where I lived, and that was like the perfect gig. Because any money I make, it's like, boom, there we go. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I didn't see him for many years. We kind of like touched base on social media a little bit. Hi, how are you? How you doing? I see his stuff. He sees my stuff. But Texas Furry Fiesta, I got booked to do my Goofy Little Magic show and Troubadork twice. And Alec had been hired on to do his own show and also played with the mighty Band Throw, which is a big frickin' musical group that is made up of a lot of anthropomorphic fandom musicians. I can name none of them because I am an idiot. My friend Philip, however, was playing saxophone, Benny. So, there you go. Ran into a bunch of people at that con, actually. Folks I hadn't seen in ages, including Mel White, who drew the picture for Possums in a Trench Coat. So, it's another good thing. This is all based off of what actually happened the Sunday at the end. We had all done our shows, and I was waiting for my hotel roommate to be operational enough, and I had actually lost my ID badge on Sunday, because Saturday about 2 o'clock in the morning, some wag decided to pull the fire alarm, and I got to walk down from the 19th floor all the way down, come all the way back in. And by the time I got all the way down and made it all the way around the side of the Reunion Hyatt and go back into the lobby, the alarm was turned off. So, you know, I got some exercise, but I had like maybe an hour and change worth of sleep. I looked and felt my best on Sunday morning, and this is part of what happened there. So we'll try this out. First time I've ever done it. I guarantee nothing. This may not be the final form of the song, but it's the one I'm going to do for you now. It's called My Friend the Bard. Hadn't seen him in a decade or more. I'd moved off for another show. We crossed paths in the usual way. He was hired to perform and I was just happy to play. He's a name known by one and all. I'm a Johnny-come-lately who finally heard the call. But making time, you know it can get hard. I was happy to spend a little time with my friend the Bard. I was real happy to catch that show. Under the lights, you could see him glow. It was over faster than you'd believe. And on Sunday morning, we're all tired and just ready to leave. I had to hang out and get my card, so I loitered in the lobby and I met up with my friend the Bard. To sell his songs. I asked him if he'd mind if I tagged along. We walked together and said some stuff. I didn't need to impress him, just being there was enough. His plain acceptance caught me quite off guard, and that's how I spent the morning with my friend the Bard. Told me how his life so far had gone, of things that mattered and what turned out wrong. He spoke of crises and of pledges broken, of not knowing where he'd go to sleep if the same place as it was when he woke. And people came to chatting take his card, and I sat at his table and I listened to my friend the bard. And everybody told him of themselves, this mythical minstrel who had won his talent from the elves. He laughed and listened, and they shared a smile, as if talking with him had improved their lives if just for a while. He used his talent and it never seemed hard, and that's how I spend my time with my friend the bard. I watched him listen and I heard him laugh, and ease their burdens there by at least a half. And when they go in here and I'd talking again, the bard just listening to me, just one friend to a friend, just hanging with him was its own reward. And that's how I came to know my friend the bard. Far too soon it was time to go. We said we'd meet up at another show. And as I left him, I saw him smile. I think he enjoyed having someone who'd listen to his problems for a while. It was a smile full of love and regard, and that's how I spent the morning with my friend the bard. So, what do you think, sirs? You know, okay? You know, all right? Yeah, it does have kind of it has that kind of vibe to it, Kay. I gotta admit, I was kind of inspired because it was a completely random encounter that had some meaning to it. And he's an amazing guy. He's had an astonishing life so far, and it's just continuing onward. It's pretty cool, all told. So that's that song. So he's either gonna like it, or he's gonna, or we might have another goddamn it Laguerre incident. You can never tell the way these things work. So yeah, let's yeah. So well, things are interesting. I will be working from home for the rest of the week, and we'll see how things go next week, whether I am going in Monday on the day job or not. It's a pandemic, and there's some things. I'm not going to spread any rumors or anything, but logistics are still weird, so we are still very much making this up as we go along. But again, we are all making this up as we go along. The moment we all recognize that everyone is making it up as they go along is the moment you stop stressing quite so much about certain things. You might stress more about other things, but you stop stressing about some things. Wow, is it last song already? And I look at the timer, it's like, wow. Although I did leave, I actually had to get up and leave the show will start soon thing running for about 2 minutes, because I almost broke one of the first rules of performing. Go to the bathroom before you get on stage. Because once you're on stage, that or your set's really fast and really short. So, I haven't played this next one in a little while, so this is very clearly a, hey, I haven't played this in a while set. But this is one of the ones that I wrote, and this is, speaking of events, this is the one I wrote as kind of the Renaissance Fair equivalent of, actually I have to slide through a lot of songs to get to it. The Renaissance Fair equivalent of Internet Famous. Because Internet Famous is, well, it's Internet Famous, let's be honest about this. So this one is the Ren Fair equivalent of it, which is, of course, the most important person at the fair. I'm going to attempt to sing this without flattening out at the end. this is hard. And I think part of the problem is that I have tried very hard to sing and project, and I'm so used to not working with amplification that projecting is just built in. I mean, I've had conversations with people go, "You're not on stage, Laguerre." It's like, oh, right. And it's in Kay's key. So, of course, Kay's going to be happy about it. Bloody baritones. I have to be kind to Kay. Kay's my cousin. Adopted cousin. I'm the uncle he never wanted. Here we go. All I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Another idiot in burlap wandering around a blasted pasture trying to attract attention from the people in the shire. Another idiot in burlap acting out to get some tension. Just wants to be famous, if only for a while. 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Got the acting bug in high school. Rennie costumes, they look so cool. Hitched my wagon to the fair to see where it could go. These villagers are my sis and brothers, all shouting louder than the others. 'Cause of Ren Fair, everyone's the star of their own show. All I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Worked all year to make my costume, hand sewn every single button. The research that went into this just borders on obscene. So pardon me if I sound grumpy, but I feel so blasted frumpy. Why's that one get all the attention just 'cause she's the queen? 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Key change! All I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. I want to be the most important person in this chair. I want to be in a winner's tail exit pursued by a bear. I might actually have to take it up that far just to do it. But that also means that I'll get, like, it's right in that area where if I'm singing high, I'm going way up. And if I'm singing low, I'm beating my head against the floor to hit some of those notes. But that's all right. Because this is, of course, the Troubadork Show, and our motto is, I am not very good at this. And so we come staggering in blindly, tripping over the curb, stumbling through the front window, rolling over the top of the couch, bruising our heels on the coffee table, and collapsing in a sodden heap at the hearth of another Troubadork Non-Commute Show. Hope you guys have had a good time. I've had a good time, even if I haven't been the most technically sound human being today. There are many reasons for that, not the least of which being the current everything that's happening. But that's all right. We will do what we can do. We will be silly. We will be happy. We'll make some fun. We'll make fun things happen. And I will continue to be the goofy friend you never thought you wanted and probably may not still want until such time as circumstances improve. And we'll go from 4 shows a week to maybe 1 show a week or 2 shows a week. Who knows? We'll just make it up as we go along until such time as we are all safe to gather in large, goofy numbers once again. That's my mission statement. That just made it up. I feel pretty good about it. All right, well, let's talk about some paperwork here. All to the side. First and foremost, of course, money, because, well, we're in a capitalistic society. So, paypal.com/theadequate is the tip jar. If you feel like tossing something in, any money you put in towards the tip jar goes towards the continued propagation of the show. Getting more equipment for it, getting some additional stuff to make me do a better job, like ukulele strings, talent, that sort of thing. Robert, Rick, and Emily and Miranda were all very kind and generous and topped a couple of bucks in there. For a more long-term commitment to supporting adequacy in our lifetime, you can go to patreon.com/theadequate if you have disposable income and low standards or know someone who does. Aim them over here. Basically what it is you say, I'm going to drop a buck or two in his bucket like once a month, and it's just an automated thing. I'm making gestures over here where you can't see it. It's just an automated thing. And it's kind of a subscription to talent or whatever the hell it is that I do. And everything goes in from that goes into the show. That's why I have a camera. That's why I have a little stream deck here. That's why I have, more ukulele strings and tuners and stuff. And I'd like to thank Stephen and Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for me and my Party on Patreon patron posse, without whom I'd probably still be doing this because, let's face it, I'm me. The archives all live over in facebook.com/TobiasTheAdequate, twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate, youtube.com/MPLEGARE at the Troubadork playlist. The Facebook page, it's the Tobias the Adequate page, which will be gradually getting renovated as soon as I figure out exactly how I try to present. Yeah, he's a magician and a musician, and you can decide which one you actually want to put up with. Twitch TV keeps 2 weeks worth of shows, and YouTube, I just got to update it, so we'll carry on as we go. Oh, by the way, I'm up to 7 Twitch followers now. Wow. I don't even know what that means anymore. Carpe Diem Comics is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate, the Troubadork Show, artisanal gibberish, anything else that seems like a good idea at the time. They are physically located in McKinney, Texas, and they are electronically located at carpediemcomicsonline.square.site. And do support your local comic shops, your local gaming shops, your local craft supply stores, because those places exist because you have an interest. And if with you not being there, they're just big rooms full of stuff and people going, where is everybody? And if you can afford to drop a couple of bucks here and there, get yourself a gift card. It's a present to your future self. I think that's everything. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll do another show about 4:30 once again. I am open to suggestions. If you want to leave a comment either here or drop me a ping or tweet or whatever with a song that you know I know. I'm in the process of working on some additional songs, including Welcome to My TED Talk, which is going to be an interesting one. My wife Amy over there, without whom I would be dead in a ditch on fire. And now we get like 14 comments going, Amy, after the thing's done, because there's a 30-second delay between my doing this stuff and it getting out to the streaming services. If you have a suggestion, do drop me a note. I will see if I can figure out how to do it. I do have some other songs that are coming up. Welcome to my TED Talk. Background character, Ugardi Troll, has half a song written. He ate the other half, but we're going to try and get it out of him. It'll take some doing, but I think we can do it. It'll be messy, but feasible. I think that's about everything, really. I mean, oh, and also one that's literally called Sorry About Tut Lyrics I Acant Ipe. I expect to kill myself doing this one. I'll at least injure myself badly while I attempt to perform that song. So these are all things that are coming up. Patreon folks get a preview of all the doofiness before the doofiness happens. So just another good reason to drop some money in the Patreon thing if you feel like it. That's it. That's everything. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me once again. You've been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate. Thank you for encouraging my behavior.